for this week. So we are going to use our module number 2 or learning activity sheet number 2. And for the learning competencies for this module, we have use imperatives and prepositions when giving instructions and use sentences appropriately and meaningfully. And the specific objectives for this module, at the end of this lesson, you will be able to differentiate declarative, exclamatory, imperative, and interrogative sentences apart, construct imperative sentences that contain prepositions, and to construct sample sentences using the verb functions based on image provided. Okay, last week I already shared with you the 4 types of sentences according to function. So let's just see if you still remember them by doing this activity. Okay, I have here so this is only a review. So I have here 4 images, my 4 images, and there are 4 different statements. So I will ask the girls, dahil girls yung sa picture, to read the statement. For statement number 1, may I request, kung okay lang yung microphone mo, may I request number 1, Jillian. For statement number 2, I will request Rochelle. Statement number 3, may I request sinabi ko na Faith. Si Amber pala, sorry. Faith. Amber Faith. Okay yung microphone mo. And for statement number, okay na Faith? Faith, okay lang Faith? Faith?
Opo, ma'am.
Okay, so again, for number 1, I assigned Jillian, number 2, Rochelle, number 3, Amber Faith, and number 4, Faith Nicosha. Okay, so I want you to read this with proper emotion. Okay, number 1, Jillian.
Today, I am going to discuss module number 2.
Okay, thank you so much, Jillian. And number 2, Rochelle.
Wow, I'm so happy. I've got the first place.
Okay, thank you, Rochelle, for that very energetic way of reading. Next, Amber Faith.
How much is a bouquet of flowers?
Okay, thank you, Amber. And the last one, Faith.
You must press the power button.
Okay, thank you so much, girls, for reading them properly. So, what have you noticed among these statements? What are these statements?
They
You can
use
use-
the different the different kinds of sentences.
Okay, I didn't see who answered that. Sino yung sumagot? Sorry na.
Amber Faith de la Cruz po.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I forgot to raise my hand po.
Hi, thank you, Amber. It's okay, Amber. Thank you for your answer. Yes, you are correct. So these statements show the different types of sentences according to function. So let me see if you can identify each of these, each of the functions of these statements. Let's begin with number 1. What do you think? What type of sentence of this according to function? Parang may sumasagot sa chat box. Wala. Okay. So, what type of sentence is that? Yung number 1 statement. Anybody? What do you think?
Ma'am?
Yes, Caleb.
Declarative sentence po, ma'am.
Okay, very good. Declarative sentence. What punctuation mark do we have there?
Period.
Okay, Rondale, that's correct. Okay, so this is declarative sentence. What is the function of declarative sentence?
Period.
Yes, but what is the function? What is the use? How can we say that this is a declarative sentence? Yes, Caleb?
Telling something po, ma'am.
Telling something or just declaring something or just giving an information or giving a fact. Okay, thank you for that. Thank you, Caleb. And how about number 2 statement? What type of sentence is that?
Po.
Si Rochelle ba yun? Is that your Rochelle?
Exclamatory po.
Okay, that is exclamatory. What punctuation mark did we use here?
Exclamation point.
Okay, Rondale, thank you. And what is the function of exclamatory sentence?
It is used for expressing strong emotion.
Okay. Sino ba yun? Si Kayla ba yung sumagot? Oh, sorry, yung
Ako po,
Rondale.
ma'am.
Ay, Rondale. Okay, thank you. Pasensya na, I cannot see. Kasi dito sa cellphone, sobrang liit ng screen. Okay, so yes, that's correct. No? Exclamatory sentence expresses a strong emotion and it has an exclamatory point. Thank you. Next, number 3. What type of sentence is that?
Interrogative sentence.
Interrogative sentence po.
Raise Angel. Raise Angel.
Interrogative sentence.
Okay, interrogative sentence. And what punctuation mark do we use there?
Question mark.
Question mark.
Okay, interrogative sentence, question mark. What is the function of interrogative sentence?
To ask
Sentence that
something.
as a question.
Okay. Oh, medyo nagsasabay si Rondel sa Kasvision, ano? You can raise your hand if you want to say something before I call you. Okay, so interrogative sentence, asking a question. Okay, that's correct. And the fourth one, what type of sentence is that?
Imperative sentence.
Okay, that's correct, Jenny. Imperative sentence. And what punctuation mark do we have here?
Period po.
Okay, Gerald, thank you. That's period. Okay, so let me show you again our online class rules. So these are the same online class rules that we use every time we have a Google Meet. Look at the statements there. Look at the statements there. What have you noticed? What do you think is the type of sentence is shown or being shown in these sentences or statements? What do you think? What type of sentence is being shown?
Imperative sentence.
Okay, imperative sentence. How did you know? Or how do you know? How do you know that they are all imperative sentences?
They are making a request po, ma'am.
Yes, making a request. Sino yun? Hindi ko nakita dito.
De la Cruz po, ma'am.
Ay, De La Cruz Amber, yes. Okay, yes, they are making a request. What else? Aside from
Making
making a
you do
request.
something.
Making you do something. Okay, asking you to do something. What else?
Ends up with a period.
Ends with the period. Okay. So therefore, what is imperative sentence?
Making commands, ma'am.
Okay, Rochelle, making commands. Okay, let us see
Instruction.
okay, giving instructions. Let us see here on my next slide if you are correct. Since our module number 2, remember our module number 2 or learning activity sheet number 2 focuses on imperative sentence. Okay, so you are correct that imperative sentence is a type of sentence that gives instructions or advice, expresses a command, an order, a direction, or a request. So depending upon its delivery, an imperative sentence may end with an exclamation mark. No? Siguro if the speaker is a little bit angry in giving a command, it ended with exclamation point. But still, it is imperative because it is giving a command. Okay, even though it has an exclamatory point or ends with a period. Okay, especially if it is a polite request or giving a direction. Okay, so how do we form imperative? So for positive imperative, to form the positive imperative, we just use the base form of the verb. We begin our sentence with the base form of the verb. So I have here my examples. May I request Gabby to please read my examples here on the screen. Maria Gabriel Nicole.
Saan po?
And sa screen, anak, would you please read my examples there, these 3 sentences?
Wala po.
Ay, hindi mo nakikita na. How about you, Rochelle? Can you see my screen, Rochelle?
Yes po, ma'am.
Okay, Rochelle, would you please read my 3 examples here?
Read the story in this book. Listen to me before you speak. Speak English outside this room, please.
Wow, talagang you have emotion while you are reading that. Thank you so much, Rochelle. You are really a best actress. Like in your video, every time you submit your Let's Create part, yung mga video ninyo, si Rochelle talagang, I always tell her that you are really a good actress, Rochelle, dun sa mga video mo. Okay, so here, so we can see here that these imperative sentences begin with the verb or the base form of the verb. So what are the verbs here in the sentences? What are the verbs? Jenny Marie? Can you identify the the verbs in these statements? Jenny Marie? Wala. Mukhang wala yung microphone ni... Okay, Rondale.
Read, listen, and speak.
Okay, very good. Read, listen, and speak. These are the verbs in the sentences, and they're all in the base form. So when we say in the base form, it is in the present form and without s. Even though whether the subject is singular or plural, without s, like read, listen, speak, and always in the present form. No, so we cannot start our imperative sentence or command with a past form or future form. Okay, so that is the positive imperative. While in negative imperative, to form a negative imperative, we just use the words do not plus the base form of the verb. Okay, so when we say negative sentence, the sentence has the word not or do not or never. So that's why it is called negative imperative. Okay, so my examples here, do not come here or don't sit there. So as you notice, it begins with do not plus the base form of the verb. Okay, so do you have any question before we proceed to the next?
Wala na po.
Okay, thank you. I have here a dialogue. I would like to, I need two volunteers. Alam po okay yung microphone ni Caleb and Gerald Argente to read the dialogue. So for letter A or student A, you must be, si Argente, Gerald, you are a student A, and Caleb, you are a student B. Okay? Argente and Caleb, are you ready?
Yes po.
Okay, so again, letter A, Gerald Argente, and letter B, Caleb. Okay, let's begin.
Good morning, Tom. Please help me understand my lesson in mathematics.
Sure, Jerry. How can I help you?
I'm having difficulties in solving math word problems. Please give me some tips.
Okay, first circle the information and understand line.
Underline.
Underline what they want you to find out.
Figure out.
Example, I figure out. Example, at the town carnival, Billy rode the
Ferris.
Ferris wheel 7 times. He rode the bumper cars 3 times. If each ride cost 5 tickets, how many tickets did he use that day?
Okay, meron pa isang slide. Continue.
Okay, I will encircle 7 times, 3 times, and 5 times tickets. I will also underline how many tickets did he use that day.
Then identify the first step in solving the problem and solve. Finally, find the solution while using information gathered from step 2.
Okay, 7 plus 3 equals 10 times and 10 times 5 ticket is 50. So the answer to the question, how many tickets did he use that day is 50 tickets.
That's correct, Tom. He used 50 tickets that day.
Thank you, Larry. You
Jerry.
are thank you, Jerry. You are a big help.
Okay, I think medyo maliit siguro yung screen ko. That's why parang medyo namamali yung ibang letters. Sorry ha, kung medyo maliit yung screen. Okay, so I assigned you or I asked you to read this dialogue because I will ask you to identify the imperative sentences in this dialogue. Let's begin with the first line or yung letter A. Good morning, Tom. Please help me understand my lesson in mathematics. So do we have imperative sentence there in that first slide?
Yes po.
Yes po.
Yes po.
Okay. So Rondale, what is the imperative sentence there?
Please help me understand my lesson in mathematics.
Okay, very good. What does it show? Does it show a command? Does it show a...
Request po.
Okay, very good. A polite request, no? It begins with please. So when it begins with please, so it is a polite request. So that is imperative sentence. How about the next one? Next line. Sure, Jerry, how can I help you? Do we have imperative here?
No.
Wala po.
No. If there's none, what
Wala
type of
po.
sentence? What type of sentence can you see here?
Interrogative sentence po.
Okay, very good. This is interrogative. Yung how can I help you? The third line. I'm having difficulty in solving math problems. Please give me some tips. Do we have imperative there?
Yes po.
Okay, what line is that?
Please give me some tips.
Okay, please give me some tips. It begins again with the please. So therefore, it is a polite request again. How about the fourth line? Letter B, student. Do we have or can you see any imperative sentences there?
No po.
Wala. No.
Wala ba? Are you sure? Look at the dialogue here.
Yes po, ma'am.
Meron? Or Rochelle, what imperative sentence can you see there?
Yung pag-explain niya po, ma'am, nung bawat steps.
Example, would you please read that? Would you please read that steps?
First, circle the information and underline what they want you to figure out.
Okay, very good. That is imperative sentence. It is giving an instruction, di ba? It is giving an instruction. So that is imperative sentence. Okay, very good, Rochelle. How about the other lines here? Like for example, at the town carnival, Billy rode the Ferris wheel 7 times. So what type of sentence is that?
Declarative.
Yes.
Declarative
very good.
sentence.
Okay, declarative sentence. So the only imperative sentence here is the one that was read by Rochelle. You first circle the information and underline what they want you to figure out. Okay, so again, it is giving an instructions or directions. So therefore, it is imperative sentence. How about here on the first line here on this slide? Can you see any imperative sentence here? Do we have imperative sentence here?
No.
None. Okay, there's none.
No
So
po.
if there's no imperative sentence here, what other type of sentence can you see here?
Declarative and
Declarative po.
interrogative.
Okay, which is declarative here? Would you please read? Sino ba nandyan? Rondale?
I will encircle 7 times, 3 times, and 5 tickets.
Okay, so that is declarative. How about on the second line here, letter B, student letter B? Do we have imperative sentence here?
Yes.
Yes
Yes
po.
po.
Okay, so what is it, Gerald?
Then identify the first step in solving the problem and solve. Finally, find the solution while using the information gathered from step 2.
Okay, very good. No? So again, it is giving an instruction. Identify the first step, then finally find a solution. So that is imperative sentence or imperative sentences. How about on the third line here? Okay, 7 plus 3 equals 10 times and 10 times 5 tickets is 50. So do we have imperative sentence here?
Wala po.
Wala rin.
No
Okay.
po.
So what type of sentence can you see here in this line?
Declarative po.
Declarative. Okay. And, okay, it's declarative. So the answer to the question, how many tickets did you use that day is 50 tickets. That is also declarative. Okay, the second to the last line. That's correct, Tom. You used 50 tickets that day. So do we have imperative sentence there?
Wala po.
Wala po.
Wala
Oh.
po.
Okay, what type of sentence can you see there? If there's no imperative.
Exclamatory.
Sentence po.
Yes, Jenny Marie, which is the exclamatory sentence there?
That's correct, Tom.
Okay. So, the last line, thank you, Jerry, you are a big help. What type of sentence is that?
Declarative.
Okay, declarative. So, thank you so much. So, I can see that you already knew how to differentiate the 4 types of sentences according to functions. Okay, now we will have a group activity. Okay, we will have a group activity. So, look at the image below. Write sentences using the 4 functions. Okay, I will give you 2 minutes to think of your sentences. By the way, there is a specific type of sentence assigned per group. For group 1, I am assigning you to construct declarative sentence. Okay, declarative sentence. So, all members can construct their own, ha? And you will type that. Later pa, wala mo na mag-type. You will type that in the chat box. So, wait. Again, I will give you 2 minutes to think of the sentences or to construct your own sentences. Then after 2 minutes, I will give 30 seconds per group to chat or to type their sentences in the chat box. So the group that I can have more samples or more sentences which are correct will be the winning group. So again, group 1, declarative sentence. For group 2, you are only going to construct exclamatory sentence only, group 2. Group 3, you are going to construct interrogative sentence only. And group 4, you are going to construct imperative sentence only. Okay? So again, I will give you 2 minutes to think or to write. You can use your ball pen if you have ball pen and pen. You have ball pen and paper there beside you. Write your think of your sentences according to the function assigned to your group only, ha. And then after 2 minutes, we will start with group 1, 30 seconds only to type all of the sentences they constructed in the chat box. After that, we will check, and then group 2, we will give also 30 seconds to type the exclamatory sentences in the chat box. Then after that, group 3, 30 seconds again, and group 4, 30 seconds again. Okay? So your 2 minutes starts now. Do not type in the chat box yet, ha? Sa notebook or paper, if you have there, at least sheet of paper and use your ball pen muna. So you have 2 minutes. Start now.
Ma'am,
Yes, do you have a
question
question?
po. Ilan po yung gagawing sentence?
As many as you can. As many as you can. Because the group that can give more numbers of sentences will be the winning group. Sentences which have correct punctuation marks and correct use of the function assigned to them. Okay, your 2 minutes is over. So stop writing now. Now I will ask group 1 to start chatting or type your declarative sentences in our chat box. Okay, you only have 30 seconds. 30 seconds start now. Group 1, I hope you are chatting. You start chatting now your sentences. Declarative sentences only. All members can start chat, ha? All members can give your own sentences. Okay, time's up. 30 seconds is over. So let me see first your answers here in our chat box. Ayun, sorry. Teka, namas na ba yun? Sige. Para makita rin natin. Yeah. Okay, so, ang dami ni Jillian. Gulat ako kay Jillian. Very good, Jillian. So, Jillian, the declaration is 30. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Oh, okay. The sentence without punctuation mark will not be counted, ha? So, again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Okay, 19. Sayang yung iba. May 2 sentences na kalimutan niyo yung punctuation mark. So, group 1, very good. You are able to construct 20 correct declarative sentences with correct punctuation mark. Okay, and I can see here that the grammars are correct also. The classroom is okay. So, congratulations, group 1. You are able to give 20 declarative sentences. So let's give group 1 a virtual clap for that job well done. So now we will begin. Wait lang. You can, group 2, do not type yet, ha? You can start typing when I say time starts now. When I say that, wait lang. Kasi meron tayong timer here. Sorry, I do not know how to saan ba yun? Oh my God, mali na yung ginagawa. Wait lang, ayan. Okay. So, group 2. So, again, group 2, you were asked to give, ano nga ba yun sa inyo? Exclamatory sentence. So, your time starts now. 30 seconds only. Okay, time's up. 30 seconds is over. So, let me see. Stop chatting now. Stop typing. Okay, wait lang. Mas madali dito sa cellphone tingnan. Okay, so you started with Rochelle. Rochelle. Now, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay, 13. 13. Group 2, you're able to give or to construct 13 the exclamatory sentences. So, congratulations, Group 2. Let's give them a virtual clap for their being able to give 13 exclamatory sentences. Okay, so now we will proceed to group. Oh, wait lang ha. Wala mo na magta-type. Teka lang. Para hindi ako malito mamaya. Yan. Okay, so group 3, you are going to give or to type the interrogative sentence. Wait lang, nahanap ko yung timer ko. Wait lang, may timer. Where are you? Okay, time starts. Group 3 time starts now. 30 seconds only. Okay, time's up. So 30 seconds is over. So let us see again their sentences, interrogative sentences. So let's begin here with Aisen. Okay, yun nga lang medyo. Next time, do not forget that you all should start with a capital letter, ha? But this time I will consider it because I forgot to remind you earlier that you should always begin with a capital letter. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Oh, sorry, Althea. Humabol si Althea. I'm so sorry, Althea. I will not count your sentences, ha? Kasi 30 seconds is over already. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Okay, so group 3 members are able to construct 16 interrogative sentences with a correct punctuation mark. So very good. Okay, and for the last group, we have imperative. Wait lang, group 4 ha. When I say start, you can start. Wait lang, set lang time. Okay, group 4 imperative sentence. 30 seconds start now. Okay, time's up. Time's up. Stop typing now. Okay, let me see. Let me see here. The imperative sentences begin with Carl Sebastian Trinidad. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Ang dami yan. 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, very good, Bianca. You use positive and negative imperatives. So 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32. Okay, group 4 ang pinakamadaming sentences. You are able to construct 32 imperative sentences. Okay, may I see if all of, okay, may minus 1 pala. Sorry, sa group 4 kasi you forget the punctuation mark. Okay, minus 1 naman. So, 31. So, again, pang group 1, we have 20 declarative sentences. Group 2, I understand group 2, medyo mahirap na yung exclamatory sentences using only one picture. Asan na yun? Using only one picture. So, but I know that you did your best. So, you have got 13. And from group 3, we have 16. 16 interrogative or questions. And group 4, you have 31. So, imperative sentences, pinakamadami sa group 4. So, I know that all of you did your best in constructing these sentences. And I know that you are surprised because you do not have any idea that I'm going to ask you. And there is a specific type of sentence only that you're going to construct using the picture. So everybody, job well done. So congratulations. All of you are winners. All of you will have additional points. Okay, let's give a clap for each all of us. Palakpakan din sarili nyo. Okay. So now we will proceed now to our learning activity sheet or yung module number 2 natin. Okay? So I will just explain the instructions here. So, ito yung ating learning activity sheet number 2, yung competency and the learning objectives. So, here, in activity number 1, so these are the activities that you need to answer, write your answer in the answer sheets, and you need to submit to me for you to have a grade in quarter 4, module number 2. Okay, so activity 1, may I request somebody to read the directions here? May I request Rondale to please read the directions? Rondale?
Determine what kind of sentences the following are. Write DE if it is a declarative sentence, EX if it is an exclamatory sentence, IM if it is an imperative sentence, and IN if it is an interrogative sentence. Also, complete the sentences with the correct punctuation mark.
Okay, thank you, Rondale. So let me remind you again that following directions is always a part of the test. So you should know how to follow directions. Even though your answer is correct, but if you do not follow the direction, still it is wrong. Okay? So here on the first column, you can see the different sentences or statements. On the second column, you just need to write the letters only. DE for declarative, EX for exclamatory, IM for imperative, and IN for interrogative. And the last column, you need to write the punctuation marks. Okay, so therefore, you need to copy this table. Okay, copy this table in your answer sheets so you can write your answers here on the second column and third column. So one of the students from other sections asked me, Ma'am, what if there are 2 punctuation marks like in imperative nga daw kasi upon the delivery, depending upon the delivery? Yes, it is. Yes, you can. You can write 2 punctuation marks in one statement if you think these statements need 2 punctuation marks kasi nga upon the delivery of the speaker, no? Depending upon the delivery of the speaker. Okay, do you understand what you're going to do with activity number 1? You understand?
Yes,
okay. If you have question, you can raise your question, ha? So for activity number 2 here in activity number 2, we have to review our prepositions kasi in directions here, may I request Faith to please read the directions? Faith?
Read each sentence of the paragraph carefully. Underline, box, circle, or highlight the preposition in each sentence. If there are more than one preposition in a sentence, choose only one from it.
Okay, so remember class in our first quarter 1 modules, one of the topics there we discussed the different kinds of prepositions because in that module we needed to identify and to construct a prepositional phrase. So I hope you still remember those prepositions. No? Let me see if you still remember. May I ask you to give at least 5 prepositions that you still remember? Anybody? Anybody who wants to try? Rochelle?
On?
Rochelle? Are you raising your hand?
Ma'am,
Okay,
on lang.
okay.
Kasama po sila.
Can you give 5? Can you give 5? At least 5?
On, in, under, beside, between.
Okay, so on, in, under, beside, below. Very good, Rochelle. How about the others? Can you add more prepositions that you still remember? Meron ba sa chat box? Sumasagot?
Ma'am.
Yes, Jenny? Jenny Marie is raising
Ma'am.
her hand.
Yes po.
Okay, can you give 5?
Beside,
Beside,
beside, between,
between,
above,
above,
across,
across,
along.
along. Okay, very good, Jenny Marie. And I can see also that Gabby, Gabrielle, Nicole, you're raising your hand. Ay, nawala si Gabby. Okay, so I can see answers here in the chat box. Si Jane dropped her answers here. In, at, on, to, off. Okay, very good. So at least you still remember those different prepositions, no? That we already had during the first quarter. Because here in activity number 2, you need to identify those prepositions, okay? So again, following directions is a part of the test. So it is underline, you can box or circle or highlight the preposition in each statement. And do not forget that according to the directions, if there are more than one prepositions in the sentence, you choose only one. So you don't need to write all of them, even though there are more than one. So you choose only one. Okay? So do you understand what you're going to do with activity number 2? Do you
Yes
understand?
po.
Yes po.
Okay, very good. So,
Opo.
okay, thank you. So in activity number 3, may I request Caleb to please read the directions?
Using a preposition in each sentence, write 5 sentences telling where several things in your home are located.
Okay, so you're going to use again a different prepositions. No? You can use the prepositions given by your classmates earlier. Okay, so using a preposition in each sentence, write 5 sentences. You're going to construct your own sentences telling where several things in your home only. No, so while you are inside your house, you just look around, and then you can construct your own sentences with the prepositions looking around. Like for example, where is your laptop located? Or where is your cell phone located? Okay, can you give me one example right now so your other classmates can have an idea? Can you? Can you construct at least one sentence right now with the preposition where several things in your home are located? Who can try? Who wants to
Matay
try?
animal, ma'am.
Who wants to try, Rochelle?
The cat is sleeping under the table.
Okay, so you have a cat there inside your house. Okay, thank you, Rochelle. And this angel dropped her answer here. Teka lang, tatabo. The volleyball is hidden underneath our bed. Okay, that's correct, no? So, your preposition there. Teka lang ha, nag-erase lang yan. Wait lang ha, kasi hindi ko mabasa yung message. Okay, Caleb, I have seen you raising your hand.
There are some toys under my bed.
Okay. Arondale? Nawala si
My
Rondale.
clothes are in the closet.
Okay, very good. Amber Faith?
My bed is at the right side of my bedroom.
Okay, very good. So, yun yung mga nakita kong nag-raise ng hands kanina. Thank you so much for sharing your answers. At least now, your classmates can have an idea, no? So, any question regarding activity number 3? Do you understand
Wala
what you're
Wala
going?
po.
po.
Okay.
Yes,
So,
understand.
okay. So, in activity number 4, this is almost the same with what we did in our group activity earlier, no? So, may I request Rondale to please read the directions?
Using the image below, write commands or instructions using imperative and prepositions.
Okay, so using only this picture only, you're going to construct imperative sentence only, imperative sentence. But be sure that you have prepositions in your sentences. Okay, like here, I will show you again my PowerPoint presentation, my example there earlier. Yan, like here, read the story in this book. So it is imperative sentence with a preposition. What is my preposition here on my first example? Read the story
In.
in, okay, in.
In.
So that is imperative sentence with prepositions. How about this one?
Before.
Okay, before is the preposition there. How about on the third example?
Outside.
Outside.
Okay, very good. So you are going to construct your own here in activity number 4, own imperatives with prepositions, but based on the given picture only. Okay, can you try? Can you try? Anybody who wants to try? Who can construct imperative sentence with prepositions using this picture? Who wants to try?
Can you clean these dishes and put it in the
Could you please clean this mess? This dish? Ano ba yun? Rochelle, si Rochelle yun, ano? Rochelle?
Ma'am, ma'am, kailan po ng preposition?
Opo. Your imperative sentence must have preposition. Okay, sige. I will read first the answer of Reese here in our draft box. Quickly, wipe the dishes that are on the... Mabasa. Kailangan, tatabunan kasi. Okay. Quickly, wipe the dishes are on that counter. Okay, so Reese Angels, so that is correct. This is imperative, and your preposition there is on, and you use the exclamation mark, exclamation point, because maybe you are in a hurry. That's why you said, quickly, wipe the dishes that are on the counter. Okay, now, let's go back to Rochelle. Rochelle, so can you recite again what you had said earlier?
Ma'am, ano po ba English nung lagayan ng mga plato?
Plate rock,
Rock.
dish rock. Dish rock ba yan?
Dish rack?
Basta rock yon, rock. Plate rock or dish rock.
Annie,
Okay,
Annie, can
Rochelle.
you please clean these dishes and put it in the plate rack?
Okay, so that's correct. So you're asking a request, no? Rondel is you're raising your hand, Rondel?
Can you wash the dishes in the sink?
Okay, that's correct. So Amber Faith?
Please wash the dishes first before you play on your phone.
Okay, that's correct. So, very good. Parang meron nag-type sa chat box natin. Okay, sana yan. Mark Caleb, hey Johnny, wash the dishes above the sink. Okay, that's correct, Caleb. And from Gerald, and someone clean the dishes and dry them on the rack. Okay, but you can add a question mark here, no? Since you're asking, but you are giving a request. Okay, or can you please clean, or can someone please clean the dishes and dry them on the rack? Okay, Jaya, Tom didn't wash the dishes. Tom didn't wash the dishes. Oh, Jaya, you should, your sentence must give instructions or order or command. Kasi yun sa'yo, Jaya, dito para siyang declarative sentence, no? Kasi you give the subject before the verb. So, you must remove siguro. You must remove Tom, or you can say, wash the dishes, or do not wash the dishes for negative imperative. Okay? So, for Gerald naman, can someone clean the dishes? Wait lang ni Gerald. Okay, so Jenny, the dishes are in the kitchen. Where's the command here, Jenny? Remember, you are going to construct your imperative. So remember imperative, you are giving an instruction, you are giving a command or order. So Jenny, you should add a verb on the beginning part of your sentence. The dishes are on the kitchen. You can say, you can find the dishes in the kitchen or find the dishes in the kitchen. Yan, kasi nag-uutos find the dishes in the kitchen. Okay? So you should begin with the base form of the verb. So do you understand? Ito, inulit Jenny. Okay, sabi ni Jenny, please wash the dishes in the kitchen. That's correct. That's better. That's correct, Jenny. Okay, thank you. Thank you for those who are dropping their answers here in our chat box and those who are using their microphone. So, do you have any question regarding this? By the way, your sentences will be evaluated according to these rubrics. So, 2 points if the sentence is about the image and it provides instruction. Ayan ha. If your sentence is about the image but does not provide instruction, 1 point lang yon. So, be sure that your imperative sentence must give instruction. Okay? So, do you have a question? Do you have any question regarding our module number 2? So, do you understand
Wala na
everything?
po.
Ano po?
Okay.
Dala po, ma'am.
Okay, so thank you.